building a connected community of entrepreneurs. This is Business Rockstars.
Hey, Business Rockstars, I'm Ken Rakowski, and you're listening to Business Rockstars, where we help you take that passion, turn it into something real and sustainable. A real business. Let's go with a quote right now. How about this? I have like 60 quotes in front of me right now. How about the road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly at the same time? Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Opportunity doesn't happen. You have to create them. I mean, we got so many quotes. But the thing is, do these quotes affect you? Do they inspire you? Do you have a quote that just works with you? I know I use the same quote every show all around how you have to accept change, because these little phrases are there to be stuck in the back of your mind, and you pull them out as ammo to take you to another level. To understand that other people have been where you're at right now. Successful people, the Richard Bransons, the Mark Zuckerbergs, the Elon Musks, they've been exactly where you're at right now. They may have at one point in time thought, I could never turn this around. I can never really take this dream to another level. They've been there. Now, it may have lasted moments, but they found a way to take themselves to a whole new level. You can do it too. So everybody that joins us on the show every single day, they have found a way to turn it into something. And these are your guests. They're for you. It's as if we're sitting hanging out with you. So if you have a question, comment, or an idea, 855-ROCKSTAR, or you can give me a call at 855-ROCKSTAR or Ken at businessrockstars.com. Let's see. I have a very interesting actress who's coming in who has a business all around alcohol. You like that? Yeah, I know. It's cool. She's going to, I got a big thumbs up from Nick. So yeah, we're going to be talking about drinks. Drinks on me, drinks on everyone. Let's find out where there's an actual business around the whole idea of mixology. And then later on, how about being part of a business? Meaning you have to go and make yourself ready, willing, and welcoming to a business to be hired. How do you fix yourself up to look right for that? We have a great guest who's going to join us, who's got a book out that talks about that specifically. BusinessRockstars.com and our friends over at LegalZoom, they sponsor our show, which means is they believe in what we're talking about. And that is getting a business going, because that's what LegalZoom does great. They've been around for over a decade, and LegalZoom knows what it takes to make sure you have the right documentation, you have the right things, so you're on the right side of the law. So go to LegalZoom.com. Get your LLC or your incorporation. Go there. Use the promo code ROCKSTAR and get a discount. If you're looking for some legal advice, they have a great independent network of attorneys from all around the United States that you could use. Just, again, use LegalZoom little website and use a promo code ROCKSTAR and get a discount. They're not a law firm, but they have found a way to make sure everything works really well for you. All right, what should we talk about? Hey, what is a bad habit of yours? Okay, my bad habit, I binge watch. Oh, no, it's bad. It's a new bad habit too. Thank you, Netflix. It's a bad habit because I just can't stop. Probably because I have that addictive personality. Most of us that are entrepreneurs have addictive personalities. If we're not doing one thing over and over again and trying to perfect ourselves, we're doing another thing over and over again, and we can't stop. And you probably have seen some signs when you were younger. Like, for example, did you play video games and no matter what, you had to find a way to get the top score? Or you played maybe Monopoly, no matter what, you had to own all the hotels. Yeah, I got Park Place and Boardwalk. You cannot pass go without paying a fortune to me. That is one of those things that happen when you have one of those addictive personalities. So how about those habits that you could form to help you become better at what you're at? Robert Kraft, who's chairman and CEO of the Kraft Group, the New England Patriots, talks about the whole idea of creating really good habits.
You look at people who are successful, and a lot of people have a lot of talent, but who aren't, and it's usually mental toughness and preparation that make the difference. And then when the going gets rough, you hang in there if you believe in whatever your mission is.
Mental toughness, is that a habit? Could be. You can make mental toughness one of your habits. How do you do that? What mental toughness? Isn't that something you're born with? Mental toughness. No, it means you really have confidence. To me, confidence and mental toughness kind of go together. And you can develop mental toughness or a certain level of confidence actually in a short period of time. I'm going to give you some tools to help you do that. But first, I want you to realize that you have to be in a good place no matter what to have that confidence and mental toughness and emotional intellect to move forward. You got to be in a good place. Are you in a good place? Do you kind of feel like you're trapped? Feel like maybe the job's not working for you or your personal relationship's not working for you. You may not have a lot of money in the bank and you look at the negatives more than the positives. Come on, I know a lot of people like that. I've been there. You look at the positives as if it's something in the future. The negatives are just so here. And if they're here, they're easy to touch and feel, where those positives are something later on that you're going to experience. And that's a bit messed up, meaning you're literally dwelling on what's sucking your energy as opposed to what's giving you energy. And if you look at the negatives and dwell on the negatives, they will slow you down, make you more lethargic. And you will actually do what you generally do when you want to celebrate, you'll do when you're depressed. Yeah. See, I always believe you can never afford the luxury of depression. Let me explain that. When you're depressed, what do? Oh, I watch TV. I sleep more. I eat more food. You can do all the things you want to do when you're on vacation, right? You want to eat and you want to rest and you want to watch TV, go to the movies, play video games. That's what you do when you're on a break, when you deserve it. So what you're doing is when you're down, because you're dwelling on all the negatives, you're doing all the things that you actually should be doing when you've earned it. Don't do it when you need to be working harder. Now, I know sometimes we have some downtime, so we could get ready and prep up so we can tackle all of the big things that are in front of us. But if you dwell on the negative, it will destroy you. Yeah, I know you don't have a lot of money in the bank, but that's temporary. Yeah, I know you might not like where you live, but that's temporary. I know you may not like your job. Guess what? It's temporary. Or you have a personal relationship that's kind of falling apart. It's temporary. All these things will change as long as you push them forward. But if you dwell on the negative, guess where you will stay? You will wallow in the negative. So, in order to create strong mental toughness, you got to look at the bright side, the shiny side, the good side, the positive side. You have to look at it. You may not experience it yet, but if you see it and pull it towards you, it becomes real. And you actually can feel the energy from it. I know, even in the winter when it's cold, when the sun's out, you can feel the warmth on your face even though it's cold. But you're thinking, well, wait a second, it's winter. How can I feel the warmth? Because you're seeing the sun. You're out in the sun. You're experiencing the sun. Well, when you start feeling the positive, just knowing it's there, you'll see it affect you in a good way. So mental toughness is this. First thing is this. You got to stop dwelling in the negative. You got to realize that there is positive out there. There is. Look at Emmanuel Kelly, who was on our show the other day. He only has like 4 fingers, period. That's it. He has 1 leg. You look at this guy, he is living in a positive world. He's got more going for him than most of us at times because he doesn't allow the negative to take him down. Really. And he's gonna be one of those 1%ers that we're all gonna admire because he won't allow himself to live in the 99.99% of sadness, which, by the way, it would be easy for him to do. Okay, so the first thing is don't dwell on the negative. Next, what I want you to do is you got to get the confidence. Can I tell you how easy that is? Easy. Confidence is easy to find. Knowledge gives you confidence that allows you to take the action. Knowledge is this. If you know what you want to do and you know the information behind how you're going to do it, that knowledge gives you confidence so you can move forward. Yeah, I want to work at that company. Really? Did you research it? Do you know what they probably need so you can work there? You did? Great. How do you do that? Oh, I got to talk to this person. This is the door I got to knock on. This is the opportunity. And guess what? That knowledge is going to give you the confidence. Take the action. You're going to get it. Shazam. Pretty easy, right? Good. All right. So when we come back, mixology. Do you know about that type of business? I don't. But I can't wait to learn. I think we have a bottle of tequila, which I think we should just bring in here. And we'll start with shots. Can we get that, Ben? Ben, I got a thumbs up on that. We'll start with that on the show. And of course, anything from starting to growing to funding your business is over at businessrockstars.com. And I have to tell you, Ben, who has been working for us for about a year now almost, roughly 8 months, has really done a great job on our weekly podcasts. You can find those over at play.it. These are great companions to take with you. I'd rather you listen to that at the gym than just music. Listen to our podcast so you're inundated on everything that's going on in the world of entrepreneurship, right? Because that's what we're doing. We are connecting you to everything that is entrepreneur right here. That's www.businessrockstars.com, and you are listening to Business Rockstars.
You'll do anything to keep your phone alive, like fashioning an adapter from a hairpin and some used gum. Or get the Blue Fuel portable power bank at Napa for only $18.99. 2 full battery charges for your phone for one low price. For $18.99, the portable power bank will keep your phone fully charged. No hairpins or chewing gum required. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 12/31/15.
It's not a team without t-shirts.
Custom t-shirts from Custom Ink are the easy way to connect any group. Our online design lab makes it simple to create a shirt design that your group will love. Or you can easily upload your own logo. Whether you need one shirt or thousands, Custom Ink can print any size order. And we know you can't wait for your new t-shirts. That's why we offer free shipping, and on-time delivery is guaranteed. Get a free price quote today at customink.com.
I'm Bob DeRigo Jones, and this is Let's Be Fair. In basketball, a player who commits too many fouls is ejected from the game. In our court system, a person who files too many frivolous lawsuits can be ejected from the courts, too. There's a legal term for a person who files too many frivolous lawsuits. They're called a vexatious litigant. Courts don't do this often, but a woman in Idaho filed so many frivolous lawsuits she was officially named a vexatious litigant by 3 states, 2 federal circuit courts, and the U.S. Supreme Court. The courts told the repeat lawsuit offender that she couldn't file any more lawsuits without special permission from a judge. So what did she do next? She actually sued the last judge who told her she couldn't file any more lawsuits. Let's be fair, taking away anyone's right to sue should be done only as a last resort. Yet because frivolous lawsuits tie up courts and delay justice for others, judges shouldn't hesitate to penalize people when they continuously abuse the courts. Learn more. Visit our website at centerforamericatv.org.
Don't overstay your welcome. This is Oren Klaff with Pitch Anything, showing you how to close like the pros. When it's time to give your conclusion of your presentation, you have to provide a clear signal that you're wrapping up and the buyer isn't caught by surprise. Some people will say, hey, well, in conclusion, but you can do much better than that. For example, you could say, many companies sell products like ours. Most of them are average, some of them are downright terrible, and there's a few good ones. As you've seen here today, ours is the best in the market at spinning, whizzing, and zipping, whatever. And I leave you with this. These are the most important features that you need. This is why I'm busy, we're busy as a company, and I'm in high demand. And before I'm out of time here, we should figure out if you and I should continue the conversation we started here. This lets the buyer know that they have to earn the right to do business with you. It's not an automatic given. Remember, don't overstay your welcome. This is Everything Entrepreneur. I'm Oren Klaff with Pitch Anything.
You shouldn't have to choose a random lawyer who charges expensive hourly rates when you need legal help. But the legal system is so complicated, what other choice do you have when you need help with your business or want to protect your family? Start with LegalZoom. They make it easy. For more than a decade, they've provided a way for regular people like you and me to confidently navigate the legal system. LegalZoom's not a law firm, and that's how they provide such great value. They don't rely on charging you by the hour. Instead, you'll get transparent pricing and customer reviews so you know exactly what you're getting up front. If you need help with incorporation, LLCs, trademarks, last wills, living trusts, and more, LegalZoom's the smart choice. They've got the right people on hand to answer your questions. And if you need legal advice, their network of independent attorneys can provide the straightforward guidance you need in most states. Don't let legal hurdles become an excuse. Go to LegalZoom.com today to start building your own future the right way. To save even more, enter Rockstar in the referral box at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com.
This is Business Rockstars.
It's Kim Mikowski, Business Rockstars, connecting you to everything entrepreneur. Heather Storm is joining us, TV host. She's also a hardcore entrepreneur. She's on all kinds of cool stuff. Nice IMDb page, good reels on YouTube. I'm going to ask her for her favorite quote. Heather, what is your quote of the day?
It's by Albert Einstein. The significant problems in life cannot be solved at the same level we were at when we created them.
Okay, explain that.
Which means we have to evolve our thinking to actually have perspective.
Okay, so earlier I was talking about the whole idea when people are down, they kind of just wallow in their depression, right? And then they go, oh, I'm going to fix myself now. And it's really hard to fix yourself when you're in a down place, right?
That's very true, yes.
So when you have been there, I've been there, do you have a group of people around you that help you to get out of that? How do you solve a situation when you're just kind of not in the positive?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, the hardest thing is when you're not in the positive, you actually kind of want to retreat and be a hermit and not reach out to people.
Right.
So I think it's really important to make sure you let people know how you're feeling and you're open with those closest to you. That way they know when they need to kind of yank you out from the hole.
Do you do that?
For other people?
For yourself?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you're in a tough industry. First, it looks like you came from the great Northwest, like
yes.
Oregon, right?
Oregon is where I went to college.
Yeah, I went to school. Where are you from originally?
Originally from Philadelphia.
Oh, wow, you're on the other side.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
Yeah.
But coming here, no matter what, this is a tough town.
It is a very tough time. And I agree.
Right?
Completely.
It really
yes,
is. And
absolutely.
especially in an industry that you're in, there's a lot of competition. And even though we have the TV, movies, and now YouTube and online, there's a lot of people gunning for a job like what you are doing, right?
Yes. Oh,
right?
yes. Saturated industry.
So how do you keep your spirits up all the time knowing that there's so much competition?
Well, I think it's really important to be passionate about what you're doing. If you don't love what you're going after and chasing, then everything is hard work, right? No matter what you do, you think it's going to be easy, it's still hard work, you know? So you have to love it. You have to want to do it in order to push past those moments of despair and those moments where you just don't think you can do it anymore and things get really challenging. So I think that's number one. And I think that, you know, this industry, the entertainment industry, I always say it's kind of like swimming through molasses where everyone else has like a normal job. They're swimming in water. So you're not moving as fast, meaning you're not progressing to the next stages as quickly. And it can be really daunting. I found for myself personally, it's really important to have a side business, which I like you do. We're going to talk about that. Right. So that I can also see myself progressing at a normal speed that other people are progressing in that business, because it's challenging to feel like you're constantly moving a lot slower.
But the side business could take as much time as your main business, right?
Well, yes, you have to be prepared for that. Means you really never stop working. But I'm okay with that because it keeps me balanced, and I think that's a really important note to keep in mind.
Do you know why you're on the show?
Why am I on the show?
Because you're very diverse, and people that jump into we call it the industry out here, the business.
Yes.
They are this is all I'm doing and nothing else is going to get in the way. Maybe I'll work at a restaurant or do that. But they don't realize by making themselves multidimensional, it's actually to their advantage. Yeah,
I think there's a lot of misinformation out there when you first arrive in Los Angeles. You know, people say, oh, no, you know, it's kind of evolved over the past 10 years as well, where when you first arrived, it's kind of like, no, you have to be just an actor. If you're an actor, that's all you can be. You need to eat, sleep, breathe acting, and then you might have a chance of making it.
Right.
Which isn't really true. You actually
need to develop
yourself. It took me a while because I was tortured by that a little bit. You know, this whole of finding yourself and what should I be doing? Then I'll just eat, sleep, and breathe this, but then you're not actually finding yourself to be a balanced person because we are all multidimensional. We have a lot of things that interest us, and that helps you find balance. So once I started to evolve some of those other interests, I became a more rounded individual, more castable, and doing better actually in the acting and hosting as well.
So what I saw of you, to me, I'm pretty good at picking out talents, okay? You're super personable. To me, hosting is harder than acting. That's just from me, and I'm a fellow thespian, okay? And that is because you got to come up with stuff all the time that makes people want to engage and be part of that conversation.
That's very true.
You're really good at that.
Thank
you.
I appreciate that.
Matter of fact, you have a show. Which one of the shows you're co-hosting with? What is it called?
Garage Squad on Velocity TV.
Yeah, and that looks like a super fun show. You're kind of like the perfect girl. You're hanging with the dudes.
I'll take it.
Right? Is that what you're doing?
Yep, I'm hanging with the guys, but I'm not just hanging on. I'm working with the guys.
You are tough.
I'm working with them. Yeah.
Because when I look at you, the show and you just it's amazing that you fit yourself inside there. But seriously, being a host is tough, right?
It is. It is very challenging. It takes a lot of work to get to a good place with it.
Are you at a good place with it?
I feel so, yes.
So, and the other thing is you do it, and this is, what's your favorite sport?
You know, I personally really like gymnastics.
I'm so happy you said that. I'm being serious. Hey, by the way, I took state in Illinois. I just want to let you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So great gymnasts make it look really easy. I'm happy you said gymnasts, right?
Yes.
But the minute you get on the mat or the rings or whatever it is, it's super hard.
It's really challenging.
Right? But great professionals make something look easy. You make your job look easy.
Oh, well, flattery will get you everywhere.
No, I'm being serious, but that takes, you have to understand what I'm saying, because when you initially started, it was tough.
Yes.
And you probably made it look really hard.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right?
You know, it's just like anything, whatever you're doing. People always think that, oh, in a couple years I'll be able to do it. But things always take longer than we think they're going to, and they always take more work than we think they're going to. But if we stick with something and you really put that in your mind as a goal and a focal point, then eventually you will make it look easy.
So again, you have a very, very multi-dimensional bio. What is Black Lab? Heather has created Black Lab to service Los Angeles, the elite in Los Angeles.
Well, you know, Los Angeles is a party city. I mean, there's awards, there's weddings, we have a large celebrity.
Divorces.
Anything that you might want to celebrate, yes, there's always a reason here. With all the awards here in town, we just constantly have a reason for big, large events going on, and there's a lot of companies here that also are doing activations and marketing. So I was formerly working as a market manager for Los Angeles for luxury spirits companies, running around doing marketing and sales for that. And it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Learned a lot about more of the corporate side of business, even though it's still in the liquor industry, kind of combined.
But you still got to understand what was going on, okay?
Exactly. I got to manage people.
So while you were where you working in the industry, this was the side gig.
This was the side gig, yes. So I was living a double life at that point. Like,
Right.
one really knew I was trying to be an actress.
Was it bad for someone to know that you're in the industry?
Well, I wanted them to take me seriously, no matter what I was doing. And I feel like sometimes that, you know, a lot of people are here, they come in and out of the industry. So unless you've put a certain amount of time into it, as you know, you can kind of be seen as flaky, even if people don't give you the credibility that you're going to stick around.
I agree.
So I felt like I was still at that wishy-washy point where I wasn't feeling like I was credible enough to state it out loud.
So you saw then while you were doing this that there was a market opportunity.
Yes.
Right? And that's where Black Lab came from.
Yeah, so I created Black Lab because I really enjoyed doing the events, but I noticed when I would go to various events and weddings and stuff, the bars, and they were just subpar, and people were spending all this money, but they weren't really up to standard, and also they really were wasteful. They weren't eco-friendly at all. And, you know, I think of California, I think a lot of us do, as California kind of leading that trend towards an eco-friendly way of life.
So it's an eco-friendly entertainment.
It's an eco-friendly event production company.
Okay, hold on to that. When we come back, let's dive into that. I want to know about that industry. People want to hunt you down, find you. Where should they go?
They can go to heatherstorm.com or blacklab-ventures.com.
Which one do you want?
They can go to either one.
Okay, go to one of the two. We'll go to both. And when we come back, we'll find out more. Also, how do you dress yourself up so you work with the right company that you want? Anything from starting to growing to funding your passion. We're here to help you do that. Also, check out the podcast over at play.it. When we come back, this whole eco-friendly entertainment. What? Ken Rakowski, connecting you to everything entrepreneur right here on Business Rockstars.
You shouldn't have to choose a random lawyer who charges expensive hourly rates when you need legal help. But the legal system is so complicated, what other choice do you have when you need help with your business or want to protect your family? Start with LegalZoom. They make it easy. For more than a decade, they've provided a way for regular people like you and me to confidently navigate the legal system. LegalZoom's not a law firm, and that's how they provide such great value. They don't rely on charging you by the hour. Instead, you'll get transparent pricing and customer reviews so you know exactly what you're getting up front. If you need help with incorporation, LLCs, trademarks, last wills, living trusts, and more, LegalZoom's the smart choice. They've got the right people on hand to answer your questions. And if you need legal advice, their network of independent attorneys can provide the straightforward guidance you need in most states. Don't let legal hurdles become an excuse. Go to LegalZoom.com today to start building your own future the right way. To save even more, enter Rockstar in the referral box at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com.
Hey, radio listeners, you love Cyber Monday, right? Well, get ready to enjoy even more saving because Sherry's Berries has a sweet Cyber Week deal you won't want to miss. That's right, all your favorite gourmet berries, fresh, juicy, and dipped in dark white and milk chocolatey deliciousness, then sprinkled with toppings like chocolate chips and chopped nuts, all on sale for this week only. These gourmet dipped berries start at just $19.99. But if you order today, you'll get double the berries for just $5 more. That's a really sweet deal. This amazing deal is only available this week. And Sherry's berries are so decadent, juicy, and delicious. One bite and the excitement on their face will say it all. If you want to make anyone jolly this holiday, these berries are the way to go. Gourmet dipped berries starting at $19.99. And this week only, double the berries for $5 more. But hurry, this deal expires Friday at midnight. The only way to get this amazing offer is to go to berries.com. Click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner and enter secret code 1818. That's BERRIES.com. Secret code 1818.
So you want to learn about that person sitting across from you? Ask them about their favorite animal. I'm Ken Rakowski. This is a Business Rockstars Minute. So if I ask you, describe yourself, you'd be a bit selective, somewhat picky, and of course you would make sure you editorialized it the right way. But if you ask somebody what their favorite animal is, unbeknownst to them, they start describing themselves. See, this is a good secret to kind of realize who you're talking to. Asking them their favorite animal and then requesting 3 adjectives that describe that animal, they will describe themselves without even knowing they're doing it. Yep, my favorite animal's a bat because it's sneaky, it's cunning, and it will steal stuff. Be aware of that person. Now, I'm a dolphin, intelligent, fun, and collaborative. So what's your favorite animal, and what are the 3 adjectives that describe you? You figured yourself out, but how about the other person? What's theirs? And you will learn so much more. I'm Ken Rakowski. This has been a Business Rockstars Minute.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pleasure.
Hey, if you've got joint discomfort or nagging injuries that make it harder to exercise and enjoy your favorite activities, you can improve your quality of life now. Here's a little joint health tip from FlexSure. While you're out shopping, head over to Walmart, go to the vitamin aisle, and pick up a bottle of FlexSure at special rollback discounted prices while supplies last. We want to encourage thousands to try this powerful joint health supplement. After years of cutting-edge clinical studies, there's finally something different and better than anything else out there. FlexSure is that good. You'll notice the results in just days. The clinical studies show that FlexSure reactivates the body's ability to produce its own glucosamine naturally. This means FlexSure is way more efficient and effective than taking glucosamine or other joint supplements. Take advantage of the lowest prices ever at Walmart. Visit us at flexsure.com to learn more and find a store near you.
This is Business Rockstars.
It's Ken Rakowski, Business Rockstars. Find that work is hard. Well, it gets a lot harder, but how about this? If you work really hard, luck becomes a lot easier. Yes, that's right. Luck comes when you work hard. I'm Ken Rakowski, Business Rockstars. Starting, growing, and funding your passion. We're here to help you do that by connecting you to people that are making it happen real time. Meaning they say no when they need to, but yes when they see the opportunity. And one of the hardest things to do as an entrepreneur is to say no. Do you agree with me?
I so agree with that.
Yeah, seriously, you know how to say no? Because especially in your industry, everybody probably will throw something, hey, act for this, host for this. And even though it means you're working, it may not be the best for you, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's really hard when part of your job is to try to obtain paying work when people throw things at you to understand, does it really fit in line with your goals? And I think that part of understanding when to say no, if you have very clear goals and they're outlined, then it's easier to say no because you say quickly, does this go in line with my goals this year? No, it doesn't. I'm going to say no to that.
You're right. I agree with that. So you're from Pennsylvania, I just found out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And good work ethic. Do you agree with me?
Strong work ethic.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
When you came to Los Angeles, and I'm not here to bash LA.
Okay.
It's a different type of work ethic.
I agree. Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
At times, people feel a bit entitled here.
Absolutely.
Right? So somehow you, one, don't want to be part of that entitlement group. You have to work harder, but you also don't want to look like, hey, I'm too good not to be part of your group. You somehow have to walk a line. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
How do you do that?
Well, I think it's really important to make sure that you're not ever lowering yourself, and making sure that the people that you're meeting and in line with are having the same similar goals to you. That way you're not lowering yourself to say, oh, well, everyone else is going to the beach today, so I guess I should go. I shouldn't be working. Because you can always find people who want to do as little work as possible.
Yes.
But they don't have the same goals that you do.
Right.
So making sure you're in line and surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, I think helps you stay on track with your own personal
And that's what you
goals.
do.
And that's what I try to do, yes.
Like-minded individual. But
Yes.
it's tough in that.
It is.
Because you have two industries. So I'm very fascinated by the second one more than the first, because I think that being in the entertainment industry, it's hard and you are always being challenged because you're not in charge. A studio's in charge, a script might be in charge, right? A showrunner's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like one of those assets, unless you're a Angelina Jolie or George Clooney. That's when you get in charge, right? And that's the 1%.
It's a hard place to be.
Where you own your own business, you're in charge.
Yeah.
You call the shots.
That's that balance I was talking about.
Do you love that?
Yeah. I need something where I get to call the shots. It's important. It's important for confidence, morale. I'm relying on other people. They say no for a month. No one wants to hire me. I still know that people are relying on me, on my business here, and I'm making important decisions.
So what happens if your business, again, it's called?
Black Lab.
Which stands for?
Black Lab, we're a laboratory.
Laboratory.
Things,
Got it.
yes.
Secret Black Lab type thing?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What happens if that business does insanely well? I mean, it's so big, it's growing. Matter of fact, San Francisco, New York, Miami, everybody wants, I'm being serious.
Yes, I love it.
Do you say, hey, acting, I had a good run with you, but this is really starting to not just pay my bills, but I see a massive, massive future here. Would you ever have to make that call?
Well, I think that's a potential, of course, but I think it's not so black and white like that. I think that finding ways to make things work. I mean, if it gets really big, there's going to be more people involved that are helping grow that business.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to pick and choose what hands do I want into that business? And do I want to still continue to possibly host other TV shows? And maybe there's room to make both happen.
So there's a company called Quest. You ever heard of Quest Bars?
Quest Bars.
Yeah, the bars. It's about $600 million company. They're showing some right behind you. There's a Quest Bar right there. I got a hold.
Oh, Quest Bars.
Quest
Yeah,
Bars,
I was
right?
thinking like liquor bar.
Oh, no. Quest. It's a nutritional bar, right?
Yeah.
So the owners of the Quest Bar, they have done incredibly, $600 million company's worth. And they decided, we were doing so well, we have to create our own shows now.
Mm-hmm.
They liked the idea of having shows before, but they weren't at a point to where their brand was big enough.
Right.
So now they theoretically have built a brand to where they could create a show. How about Black Lab? Wouldn't it be kind of cool? You build the brand so much, you go, hey, now it's time for me to create my own show around this.
Well, that's definitely in my mind.
Kind of on your blog, I noticed too, right?
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea is that I can use all of my skills and all of the things that I'm building to define me and get my ideas out there through various shows. If we're doing Healthy Cocktail Show or doing a travel show with cocktails or something, everything can be integrated into that.
Because that's what I saw. When I went and looked at you, you're multidimensional. You got the hosting, without a doubt. That's your talent. You are awesome at it. It's natural, okay? Then you got this eco-friendly, environmental-friendly, mixology, entertainment. It just makes more sense. It should be under your name, and these are your shows, and people have to find you there as opposed to you working for somebody else. Isn't that kind of more of probably the better path for you?
Well, I think that's the direction it's moving. I mean, Black Lab is a little bigger than me just because, in some ways, because we do so much, and I do have a partner in that, but at the same time, it's an extension of me as well. So.
Yeah, I like Black Lab. I love that idea. Now, this whole eco-friendly party thing, is it really a big deal?
Yeah, people really want to make sure that they're contributing. I mean, when we have a business, when we start a business, we have an opportunity to impact either positively or negatively more ways than just as an individual. So we have more resources that are involved. So I think it's really important to understand that you have that impact and run a business in a sustainable way. And we get to do that. People appreciate that we're using recycled products, that we're supporting local,
like Google.
We're using organic
Right?
products.
Right? Does Google and companies like that,
do they do that?
Do they get involved? I mean, big companies like that are very, they see this. So as long as you have these progressive companies that knowing that having a small footprint, a carbon footprint, all these things are important, these are your opportunities.
Yeah,
right?
they hire us a lot. We've done a lot of activations for Google. We did a whole Scotch tasting where they have other people. 60 people in a room and we'll walk them through the various scotches.
What?
And yeah, so it's more than just creating bars
Do you like
and doing
scotch?
things. Yeah, scotch is delicious.
Is there something that we should know about scotch?
about it?
Yeah, is there one brand that just jumps out that's awesome?
There's so many different things. I choose say that you should educate yourself because depending on where the scotch comes from, it's going to taste very different. So don't just have one scotch and decide, oh, I don't like scotch.
Is there an eco-friendly scotch?
It's a good question. I think that I don't know off the top of my head a specific brand name of an eco-friendly
Wouldn't that be cool if there is? There's
Someone
gotta
right
be.
now is going, my company, and
Yeah,
I'm not
right?
saying their name. Sorry.
So is this a California thing, or do you think the whole eco-friendly entertainment side is something that should be infectious throughout the entire United States?
Well, I think that bringing an awareness to your environmental impact as an individual or as a company is important no matter where you live. I think that people just tend to be a little bit more green in California and then the trends follow suit. So I think it's kind of a leader in the trend here in California.
That makes sense.
But I think all around awareness has been growing in general. And I think it's going to be something that stays.
So can you tell me something honest?
I will try.
Is this your real name?
Yes.
Are you serious? That's like the coolest real name. You know that, right?
I do.
It's almost like a superhero name.
It is a superhero name. I am a superhero.
Are you? What's your
Just
superpower?
wearing normal clothes right now.
What's your superpower? Well, let's do this. How about if we have a little fun right now? We got this thing called 60 Second CEO.
Okay.
I'll ask you a series of questions. First thing that pops in your head, that's what you say.
Uh-oh.
You up for it?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Heather Storm, CEO, Black
Embrace
Lab,
the fear.
60 Second CEO, go. What's your favorite brand other than your own?
Tesla.
Favorite superhero?
Ooh, Batman.
Favorite superpower if you could have it?
Flying.
If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be?
On the beach.
What's your favorite animal?
An eagle.
Worst bad habit?
I used to bite my nails, but it's done.
Yeah, that's what they all say. All right. Favorite bad junk food?
Oh, God. My mom's cheesecake recipe.
Do you lead by your head or your heart?
Ooh. I want to say head. Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you?
Can you answer that?
Who's your favorite entrepreneur?
Oprah.
And then if one word could describe you the best, what is that one word?
Fierce.
I like that. An eagle. Give me 3 adjectives that describe an eagle.
Independent.
Come on.
I'm just picturing one flying.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
like, adjectives.
Think about an eagle.
Independent, calculating, and beautiful.
So that's you.
There we go.
Is that you?
Yes.
Yeah, calculating. I like that, actually. That's a really good word. Calculating, because that means you're really trying to figure out what it takes to make sure you, as a brand, as an entrepreneur, and just as an individual, does as well as possible. But you're using a team, or you're not hurting anyone. You're helping.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that's really important,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it is.
Because old school way of thinking is, hey, man, I'm going to step on anyone it takes to get to the top. You can't live that way anymore.
Calculating doesn't have to be a bad
Not
thing.
at all. No, not at all. Hey, so do you use social media?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do
It's
you
very
like?
important.
What do you like? What's your favorite platforms?
You mean as far as the Facebook and the Twitters?
Do they
and
call it the Facebook anymore? I think he stopped calling it that. Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it Snapchat? What do you like?
All the things. You
Do
know,
you like all of them?
I use them all. I found out a while ago that was really important, getting on there and making sure you can promote everything that you can, getting yourself out there. If you are not using every avenue that
Are you using all of them?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many times on Instagram do you post? Is it once a day?
I might not do once a day because I like it to be relevant, and I also don't want to over inundate people and have
But
it
don't
just
you think
be
you have fans?
something just to be stupid.
But don't you think you have fans and they would love just to see the inside of you? What you're thinking about?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. How about Facebook? How many times do you post there?
I would say 5 times a week on Instagram, Facebook,
So
Twitter.
one
I
of-
try to do daily or a couple times
Daily.
a day. Yeah.
So
Twitter's a little easier because you can just say, hey, I'm hanging out at Business Rockstars right now.
and that's right. And you should have done that.
I
And
did.
Did you take a picture yet?
We didn't take a
We
picture.
gotta take a photo,
okay,
right?
We
Gotta do
will.
that.
And
Gotta-
it's going on Twitter.
And you got to hijack my Twitter and
Yes.
Business Rockstars Twitter, meaning you got to find the people that are on there to come to yours.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And then you said Oprah's your favorite entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Why Oprah?
Because I think that she had, as a woman, As a minority, I think that she just stands for so much, and she's been so powerful, and she's just ballsy.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Well, I think she's fearless, calculating, and beautiful too.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Right? So she's probably an eagle also.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? I know you say that, but I bet she is. I'm wondering. She
I
probably
wonder
say dog.
if she identifies as an eagle.
But boy, she is very much like you.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think, she has, if she could be my mentor, I would just like to follow
She's
her
probably
around.
listening. She's in Mendocino right now listening, right? That's what she's doing.
Follow Oprah around. I could learn a lot in a day.
Yeah? Okay, so people want to find you, hunt you down. Where should they go?
They should go to @HeatherStormLA on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, Heather Storm.
And the show?
And the show, Garage Squad TV.
That's where they go right now.
Yes.
Heather, thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Thank you
Again,
so
your name
much, Ken.
rocks. I love it.
Thank
Heather Storm.
you.
There you go. Hey, when we come back, we'll find out, are you set up right to work for the right company? Well, there's a way to make sure you look, act, and just look perfect on paper. How do you do it? We'll find out. Ken Rakowski connecting you to everything entrepreneur right here on Business Rockstars.
It's not a team without t-shirts.
Custom t-shirts from Custom Ink are the easy way to connect any group. Our online design lab makes it simple to create a shirt design that your group will love. Or you can easily upload your own logo. Whether you need one shirt or thousands, Custom Ink can print any size order. And we know you can't wait for your new t-shirts. That's why we offer free shipping, and on-time delivery is guaranteed. Get a free price quote today at customink.com.
Inside every quart of Castrol GTX conventional oil, there's an engineer. Well, not a real engineer, because that would be weird, but the work of an engineer who developed Tri-Shield technology to protect your engine from harmful sludge. And now all of that engineering is only $3.39 a quart at Napa. Just $3.39 for Castrol GTX. Conquer the job with Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state local taxes or recycling fees at participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 12/31/15.
This holiday season, how about a gift for our environment? By taking steps to reduce waste, we can lighten our environmental footprint. Here's Allison Wilson with Plastics Make It Possible with more.
We tend to generate quite a bit more waste over the holidays, but there are a couple of easy things we can do to cut back on food waste and packaging waste.
Unfortunately, a lot of food is wasted over the holidays, and spoiled food often ends up in landfills. So take good care of your leftovers this holiday season and help reduce food waste by storing food in airtight, resealable plastic bags and containers that help keep air and moisture away from perishable food. And make sure you recycle everything you can. More and more communities are now collecting everyday plastic packaging, from yogurt cups to bottles and caps. Plus, you can recycle plastic bags and plastic wraps, such as the wraps around cases of water bottles. Simply drop them in the storefront recycling bin at participating grocery and retail stores. Think of it as giving a little gift to our environment. For more information on plastics and recycling, visit plasticsmakeitpossible.com. Happy holidays!
When Captain Obvious shows up, most audiences just leave the room. This is Oren Klaff with Pitch Anything, showing you how to close like the pros. I see many presentations where the presenter, and I'm sure you've done this at one point or another, asks a rhetorical question. For example, you might say, how many of you want to be able to back up your accounting data safely and automatically? This is the kind of thing that worked in your grandfather's time, when stupid questions were much more popular than they are today. But with the rise of the modern world and the internet, no one wants you to set them up with a leading question like that is so obvious, annoying, and self-serving. So what's the fix? Give your audience some valuable information that helps them understand their business and their industry. This proves that you're a thought leader and someone they should stick with as they try to solve their complex business problems. This is Everything Entrepreneur. I'm Oren Klaff with Pitch Anything.
If you're heading to Vegas or planning a trip soon, do something special. Now with Dream Cars Las Vegas, live like a rock star and cruise the Strip in style. Dream Cars Las Vegas is #1 for exotic and luxury car rentals. Drive an awesome quality exotic like a Rolls-Royce Ghost Bentley convertible, the James Bond Aston Martin Virage, Ferrari California, a McLaren, and more. Exotic luxury has never been so affordable. No one can touch our low rental prices and the best customer service in town. We offer complimentary shuttle, delivery and pickup, and no security deposit charges. Live your dream with Dream Cars Las Vegas. And mention Business Rockstars Radio for a special discount. Call today, 877-759-3732. That's 877-759-3732. Or visit dreamcarslasvegas.com. 877-759-3732.
Gotta have it.
Building a connected community of entrepreneurs. This is Business Rockstars.
Ken Rakowski, Business Rockstars, connecting you to everything as an entrepreneur. If you dream it, you can make it happen. Walt Disney said that. And can you make it happen? Of course. Are you dreaming it? Well, make it happen. Joining me in the studio, he wrote a book. So I get to call you Nick. Nick Wyman's joining us. And your book is, there's a big title here, Nick. What is the title? Don't even look at the book. What is it? Come on, what's the title?
It was something about, connecting business to jobs. It's called Job You.
Well,
how to find wealth and success by developing the skills that companies actually need. It's pretty intuitive, really.
It's not just intuitive. It's a perfect type of book. So first, tell me, is this true? Writing a book is one of the hardest things someone can do when it comes to a professional career.
That first one, 5 years that took me.
5 years?
5 years. The next one, 6 months. So it gets easier.
How many books do you have?
This is about to be about to release my second
book.
Yep.
So you have a third one in mind too?
I've got to crack a third one in mind.
Really?
Yeah.
But this book, tell me, when you wrote this book, how did you think it was going to change your professional life?
Well, I must say, I practiced. I wrote some articles for some magazines and journals just to sort of find my voice.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find your voice because you got to find something that's unique and that's interesting. And the book reads how I speak, but without that sort of Aussie.
Yeah,
twinge.
But I like the Aussie accent.
Yeah, well, it really is a reflection of me. I'm a practical guy. I was pretty much dropped out of high school and I went in my own direction and did my own thing. And to me, it's about the right education at the right time. So that's the message that comes through the book. And I talk about people and their journey so that, hopefully the readers can say, hey, I can see myself doing that.
Oh, I like that a lot. Books available everywhere?
Yeah. It's going pretty good. Amazon, you can always get a good price on Amazon, but, most bookstores have got the book, so it's great, yeah.
So Job You, is this finding the perfect job? Is that what it's really about?
It's really finding the job that suits you.
Oh.
And so it's very much about this, as I said, the right education at the right time. There's this focus that people have to go straight from high school to university.
I don't agree with that, by
or to
the way.
college. I agree with you because
I told my kids actually this weekend, I go, the minute you graduate high school, I look at my daughter, you're probably going to go down to South Africa or to another country, and I told my son the same
Melbourne,
thing.
Australia.
No,
Get
it's
him
not
out
a
there.
country. It's just it's literally
gap
like
year.
Seattle. It's like Seattle with an accent. That's what it is, Melbourne. But Gambia.
Yeah, look, I think you've got to get out, experience the world.
Right.
So one of the many things I say to parents is, don't push your children down a pathway that doesn't suit them because they're just going to rebel. I think you really need to say, go out and find your thing and come back and it will be the right education.
I agree with you.
My father, he was an academic and he had my career mapped out. He once got out this napkin and he drew my career and he kind of stopped at about 65 and it was just soul destroying for me. And I
Wait,
said,
he mapped out till you were 65 years old?
oh yeah. Yeah, following his footsteps.
How has he done predicting your future?
Yeah, well, not so good.
Totally off.
Well, I ended up writing and writing in an academic style for some, but that's not my main focus.
So where you're at in life right now, and you look at the book that you wrote, have you basically done what the book would suggest someone else to do?
Absolutely, and I do it every day.
You do. So you walk the walk.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I've got a company that employs young people and places them into skills-based careers. So currently at the moment, I've got about 650 people in some different countries that I place in awesome jobs like apprenticeships, traineeships, internships.
Okay, so do this. Give me 3 things right off the top of your head right away for someone to find the right life path, because I don't even want to call it a job, because once you find it, it feels like it's a
You
happy
don't go
life,
to
right?
work. You don't go to work.
3 things someone has to do to actually find that right life path.
You got to follow your passion. You got to follow your passion is the number one. That one stands out. That's way ahead of the field. The next one is you got to do your research. There's a lot of information out there on the internet. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Get out there and meet some people, meet some employers and network. So networking is the third thing. So do your research, networking, and I think that you'll, if you follow your passion, that's a formula or a winning recipe for success.
So if I wanted to do something similar to you, let's say I want to become a writer, okay? That's how you started, right?
Yeah.
How would I do my research? How would I network? How would I do those type of things? Do I go to networking conferences? Do I go to, writing conferences? What do I do?
All of the above. You've got to get out from your lounge room. You've got to get out from your office. You've got to get out and see out from your classroom. Just get out there, mingle, mix with employers. Go to every opportunity where you can talk to people, because no matter what goes on in the technological age, the skill of communication and you know what's missing with a lot of employers? They say to me all the time,
"What's that?"
Nick, we can't find people with soft skills, communication skills. People are coming out of the education systems. They might have the smarts, the academic smarts,
but
don't have real world workplace skills.
Oh, and where do you teach that? You can only get that in the real world.
School of Life.
School of Life. Hey, so you're an Aussie. You moved to the States.
Yeah.
So did you leave Australia before Tall Poppy hit you?
It's an interesting.
Because you don't have that here.
Well, it's a really interesting thing.
Right.
In Australia. I must say I speak on a public circuit here and talk at conferences, and I'm talking like we're talking now. If I go back home to Australia and talk in this, people are kind of like, "Hey, what's up with Nick? He's changed.
You're cocky.
Well, I think it's, people get cocky and confidence. I think you've got to be humble and you've got to be respectful, but you've got to have an opinion. You can't just go through life and maybe there's some politicians out there. You know why some people are doing well in politics without naming names?
Why?
Because they've got a personality. They're actually saying what they think. Don't like it, do like it. At least they've got an opinion.
Sounds like people like that.
Well, people
Sounds
want
like
people
that.
with, people are drawn to people with personalities.
One of my good friends is the mayor of Perth, Australia, Lisa Scafidi, okay? And you got to go check her out because she says exactly what's on her mind. And this is her third term.
Well,
she's doing something right down Australia. Hey, do you speak Australian? Yeah. Okay.
You can throw a few lines.
Okay,
at
I'm
me
going
if
to
you
throw
like.
a line at you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to see. So I'm literally in the bush, middle of the country, and I'm at a pub, and a guy comes up to me and goes, "See if you could interpret this. You ready? Hey mate, you want a tinny?" Do you know what he said to me?
Yeah, you say, yeah, no, for sure, mate. Yeah, sling us one over the bar.
That's right. He asked if I wanted a beer. That's right. I go, what? I got it.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
people want to find the book again, Nick. Where do they go?
So I'd go onto Amazon or just search it, jobubook.com. Check it out, and there's some really interesting articles and links. And I also like to talk to people on Twitter. So Nicholas_Wyman, send me a message, direct message me, and we'll have a conversation.
Hey, Nick, thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Awesome. Thank you.
There you go, Business Rockstars. We are here to connect you to everything entrepreneur, businessrockstars.com.
building a connected community of entrepreneurs. This is Business Rockstars.
Ken Rakowski, Business Rockstars. Don't be afraid to give up on the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller said that. This is businessrockstars.com. That's our website, because you have to have that .com behind something all the time now, because if you don't have a website, you're just not in the now. And 54% of small businesses don't have websites. What's up with that? You got to be where your audience, your customers, your consumers, your clients are, and they're online. They're on mobile too. So if you're not there, you are missing out on great opportunity. I know people would say, but can I do this? Why would somebody need to go on the web to know about that? Well, here's the deal. Because Google's got you on the web somehow, and so does Yelp, and so does a whole bunch of other tools. They control your destiny then. Why would you let them do that? You should be doing that. So don't be that 54% that are not online. Get online, and we are here to give you that information so you know what's important. BusinessRockstars.com. And I have to tell you, this team that works here with us every single day, they put together some of the best content that's available for you all the time. From our Facebook page, where there's 12 to 15 new posts every single day, to our Instagram, to our Twitter, and of course, our Business Rockstars page itself. Content, it's like going to a university class on business every single day. It's updated all the time. So why not use one of the best tools to get you to the next level? Yeah, it's businessrockstars.com. And also our friends over at LegalZoom, great resource too. They've been around for over a decade, not a law firm, but they have found a way to bring together great attorneys from around the United States that you can use so you can get the right answers to your questions. Plus, of course, things like protecting your intellectual property, your copyright, your trademarks. Just go to LegalZoom.com and use the promo code Rockstar and get a discount. It's also good for us. It validates that you listen to the show and you use LegalZoom. Helps us out. We're here to help you help us. Come on, let's make it back and forth. So Forbes Riley is going to join us. Huh? Yeah, Forbes Riley. She is also known as the face of thousands of products. She sold over $2 billion of products. Yeah, that's $2 billion in the health and fitness product category on HSN. She's Energy Plus. She's an amazing individual. Super excited to have her join us. And then later on, Lloyd Marino. We'll talk about smart data, how to understand data, what's going on with data. Yeah, that's our show today. Isn't that great? We actually do a show every day for 2 hours. If you miss 1 hour, part of the show, just go online, businessrockstars.com, or play, that's play.it, and get our podcast, plus a ton of other great podcasts are there too. Just go to play.it. I know, it's a lot. I got it all out. That was all in one breath, by the way. Yeah, one breath. Do you know who the mayor of Silicon Valley is? Yeah, it's Robert Noyce. And he was talking about the whole idea of, well, basically understanding the mother of invention.
Necessity, they say, is the mother of invention. We have a lot of necessity in our society today. And I think the time is here for inventing new approaches, new solutions to these various problems, so that we can indeed maintain America, and indeed the rest of the world as well, as the land of opportunity for all of those who will be the achievers of the future.
That sounded like an old video. Sounded like a black and white video, kind of, right? Was it? Yeah, it just had that feel, right? It was like nostalgic, but it was true. It was right to the point. Now, being an innovator, a serial innovator, think like Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, his advice pertaining to innovation was this: I don't want to invent something that no one will buy. Oh, those words, they echo. A great innovator doesn't just make something that's only good for them. It's something everybody else is going to want. I mean, sure, Thomas Edison realized he wanted a light bulb or some type of illumination in his home and office. He just didn't want candles. So he made that light bulb for himself, but he realized there's a market, an audience out there for that. So when you're sitting there going, hey, I have an itch I got to scratch, but will other people have the same itch? You want to question it. Because the idea is this: can you take what you're about to make and make money doing it? Yeah. Right? I mean, is there a better cookie out there? Today is National Cookie Day. So if you're going, hey, I want to make a great cookie, and it's not just going to be for me, but will other people buy the cookie? Yeah, Mrs. Smith, that would work, wouldn't it? So that's the idea. can you make something better? You don't have to totally reinvent the wheel. Can you make something else better? There's been other great chocolate chip cookies, but again, Mrs. Smith found a way to make it even better. And it being National Cookie Day, I've decided to eat a cookie later on because I'm celebrating that day because I guess my team here has found a better cookie that I didn't know about. Is it awesome? Yeah. Yeah, you got to try it. So we'll do that after the show, and I'll take a picture of that and put it on our Instagram, okay? Make sure we do that because I know people are dying to see me eat a cookie. So let's talk about this whole idea of scratching your own itch and then finding a way to actually solve some problems and making sure other people want to buy it, okay? There are basically 4 methods of finding the right problem because most of the time, great things that come out are solutions to problems. You know, really, the 2 things that you can do to make money is by solving people's pain or giving people pleasure. It's what Freud would say, 2 sides. Are you solving pain or are you providing pleasure? Which one is it? Which one is it? Well, pain and problems basically go in the same pot. So how do you identify the right type of problem you're going to solve? Well, you got to first, of course, use strategy to identify a certain problem. Sometimes innovators, let's call them serial innovators, like to invent things that generally start with problems. I have a problem, I need to fix it. You know, they qualify that problem. They research that problem. They understand that it's not just an isolated problem. It's a problem that affects so many people, so big of an audience. And by the way, that audience hates that thing, wants to resolve it, and they're willing to spend money to fix it. Yeah, that's a good problem, by the way. It's a great problem. So there's your first step. Next, you have to reframe the existing issue, meaning, all right, hey, by the way, everyone, I know that this is a problem, right? Do you agree with me? Yeah, it's a problem. I have found a way to resolve and fix that problem. Is everyone interested? Yeah. Because have you ever listened to some really great pitches, like on TV shows like Shark Tank? What's the first thing they do? They get in front of the sharks and they say, let me tell you about the existing problem. Because they identified it. They've identified that there's a problem, and then what they do is they reframe it. They translate what that problem is. They talk about how big the market opportunity is around that problem. And all the sharks then would go, yeah, that is a problem. Sometimes you might even hear Mr. Wonderful or Mark Cuban go, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. And all of a sudden you see body language change and they're leaning in. It's a lean in experience. They're not leaning back, meaning, I connect with that problem. Good. You got those 2 going? Next, what I want you to do is you've identified that problem, you reframe that problem, understanding what it is so that you can translate into today modern words. Now what I want you to do is, what is your vision how to fix it? What is that vision? And I don't care if that vision is 2 years into the future. If you had all the resources in the world, 2 years in the future, you will fix that problem. So visualize that fix, whatever it is, and now work backwards from there. See, most of the time we all get hung up because we can't figure out where to start. I don't know, I see the solution, but where do I start? Well, work backwards from the solution. Yeah, I see what it looks like. Well, let's figure out what it looks like by de-assembling what you've made in your vision. Then you'll start to identify what different buckets everything goes in so you could start moving forward. So work backwards from your future vision. This is how innovators work, by the way. And then what you got to do is you got to use other domains of insight to make sure you can make it happen. Because if you need like antimatter, well, that's a little too much in the future, and you have to wait till Star Trek becomes real so you can make that happen. You know what I mean? So there are certain things that may not be economically affordable or not feasible because it's not invented yet. But as long as you know what those assets are, you can innovate and become a serial innovator. So why not be the modern day Thomas Edison, who at one point in time had more patents than anybody? Well, why not? So scratching your own itch and identifying that there is an audience out there that also has a similar itch means you have a marketplace. And by having a marketplace, that means there's a opportunity to make money. Yay, money! Well, let's just call it, how about something from creating something that people need? And that's exactly what our first rock star has done. She has invented her own products all around health and fitness. She's super healthy herself. Matter of fact, she will not be happy. I'm going to eat a cookie later on. She's going to be so insulted. But I'm still going to do it. I don't care because it's a good cookie. But she has sold, like I said, billions of dollars of products. She's invented all of these amazing things. We're going to find out what it takes to be a serial innovator, a serial entrepreneur, and really a spokesperson. A lot of titles behind her name. Cool name, by the way. Forbes Riley's joining us. And she'll be here with us in studio. And later on, big data, smart data, which one? How about understanding data? And Lloyd Moreno will be with us too. Cool show, right? I think so too. I'm hanging out with you right here at businessrockstars.com. We're streaming the show so you can see what's happening in the studio. So let's get to the whole idea of all these cool things and how do you innovate. Connecting you to everything entrepreneur right here on Business Rockstars.
A Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolor paint job or absence of safety features. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. She may not be pretty, but she's all yours. That's Napa know-how.
It's not a team without t-shirts.
Custom t-shirts from Custom Ink are the easy way to connect any group. Our online design lab makes it simple to create a shirt design that your group will love. Or you can easily upload your own logo. Whether you need one shirt or thousands, Custom Ink can print any size order. And we know you can't wait for your new t-shirts. That's why we offer free shipping, and on-time delivery is guaranteed. Get a free price quote today at customink.com.
General Steve Ritchie is our nation's only ace fighter pilot in Vietnam, but he had several near misses when he barely made it back home.
My first tour, I took a 37 millimeter through the right engine. It was armor piercing. It had been high explosive. The airplane would have blown up and I'd have flown into the ground. There was a time where I probably should have died, and I didn't.
The American Veterans Center protects the legacy and honors the sacrifice of America's veterans, but it's up to you to keep their story alive. To hear the rest of General Ritchie's story, go to AmericanVeteransCenter.org. That's AmericanVeteransCenter.org.
Get better than Black Friday deals at Lumber Liquidators' Yellow and Black Friday flooring sale. Every floor in stock is on sale, including all pre-finished hardwood on sale from an unheard of 89 cents. All wood look tile on sale from 79 cents. All laminate and vinyl flooring on sale from an unbeatable 39 cents. Plus, save on bamboo, tools, installation, and more deals in your local store. And pay no interest till 2018. Who said Black Friday was the only day to save? Get deals all week at the Yellow and Black Friday flooring sale going on now. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
So here's a simple formula to be successful. Hang out with successful people. I'm Ken Rakowski. This is a Business Rockstars Minute. Remember the TV show Friends? Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, Joey, Ross, and Chandler? Funny how that TV show echoes the real world. What do those people grow up to be? Really not much. Why? Because they were all losers in real life. Losers tend to hang out with losers. See, if you spend time with broke people, you will become broke too. We are the average of the 5 people we hang out with. If you hang out with healthy people, you'll find yourself being in shape. It's all about the idea of hanging out with healthy, successful people. The more you hang out with, the more you become. It's a simple formula. You want to be successful? Upgrade your friends to be successful and watch what happens to you. I'm Ken Rakowski. This has been a Business Rockstars Minute.
You shouldn't have to choose a random lawyer who charges expensive hourly rates when you need legal help. But the legal system is so complicated, what other choice do you have when you need help with your business or want to protect your family? Start with LegalZoom. They make it easy. For more than a decade, they've provided a way for regular people like you and me to confidently navigate the legal system. LegalZoom's not a law firm, and that's how they provide such great value. They don't rely on charging you by the hour. Instead, you'll get transparent pricing and customer reviews so you know exactly what you're getting up front. If you need help with incorporation, LLCs, trademarks, last wills, living trusts, and more, LegalZoom's the smart choice. They've got the right people on hand to answer your questions. And if you need legal advice, their network of independent attorneys can provide the straightforward guidance you need in most states. Don't let legal hurdles become an excuse. Go to LegalZoom.com today to start building your own future the right way. To save even more, enter Rockstar in the referral box at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com.
This is Business Rockstars.
Ken Rakowski, Business Rockstars, connecting you to everything entrepreneur. Later on the show, we'll talk about the idea. Do you want big data or do you want big donors when it comes to the presidential election? And I think Lloyd Marino will help us understand that. So stay tuned on that. If you want to see what's happening in the studio right now, we're streaming the show live. Just go to businessrockstars.com. And if you miss any part of the show, well, you know where to go, right? Check this out. Has sold over $2 billion in the health and fitness product category. And she's bi-coastal, basically. She's on the Gulf Coast. That's it. That's what it is. No, and you're on the Atlantic Coast. Forbes Riley is joining us. Forbes, why do you have the coolest name in the world?
Forbes Riley. You know what? I didn't until I got married.
Forbes?
Well, Forbes was not my first name growing up. Forbes was my last name growing up.
You mixed around? Really?
You know what? Here's the thing. If you don't like your name, I don't think Angelina Jolie would be as sexy as her name was Esther Birnbaum, do you? In fact, Angelina Jolie is not really her name either. Her name is Angelina Voigt.
It's still cool.
So Forbes
She's
is
cool.
amazingly cool. And
It is.
I know. Thank you very much. It means money, and Riley's the good life. So I changed it 24 years ago, and then I grew into it.
So when you go back to your high school reunion, they go, who's this Forbes Riley?
They call me Francine.
Do they?
They do.
Yeah.
Going, Francine. So people who call me Francine, they know me for like 30, 40 years, yes.
So if you give me a business card, what will it say is your title?
Extraordinaire mother and sexy TV host. What does it say? You know, it's funny. It does, do you like that? My twins are turning 13 today, so I feel like I am being mom. And I'm also doing what most moms want to do. I'm being in two places at once. I'm speaking at a huge conference tomorrow, and I have a big fitness party at my house tonight. But my kid's surprise birthday party is happening in Florida, and I helped arrange that tonight.
You're not there.
I'm not there.
At 13?
You're going to rub this into me? I'm going to get you. Do you have children?
I do. Can I give you my first words of advice?
Yes, honey.
13-year-old daughters, tell them they cannot date until they're married.
Yeah, I
Just
got
work on that one over and over again. That's what I tell my daughter.
You know what? You want to see something else? This is a good advice for all 13-year-olds. You see the picture of me pregnant with my twins?
Let's see.
I have the largest belly in the entire world. 65-inch waist, pushed out 2 7-pound twins.
Wow, look at you.
I was waiting for that reaction.
So, okay, this is what I admire about you. And I got to tell you, most super serial entrepreneurs that walk in here, they feel comfortable talking about their successes. They don't hide them. Have you spoken internationally?
Of course.
Do you know that in some cases it's frowned upon, right? And it's really hard. Like in Australia, we just had somebody here in Australia. If they talk about their success, they're almost looked upon going, will you stop bragging? Right?
Oh, baby, I've sold $2 billion worth of product on television. I am not shy.
No, but I think that's a key to somebody becoming successful is to feel comfortable with their success.
Well, first of all, it is. I don't even view it as success. I feel comfortable about your stories. Well, success, everyone's got different levels. And I've been teaching actually, somebody said to me recently, Forbes, you know what your title really is?
What?
You are the success coach. That's when I get people to get to that next level. Because if I ask most people if they're successful, what do most people say?
No.
They say no.
Right.
And the truth is, I've got a girl, Christine, right now, who's in a wheelchair. She's got cerebral palsy. She looks at me, and she looked at me 10 years ago and said, you're the most successful person I know. And she's like, not because you're in business, not because you have this, because you can walk across the floor in high heel shoes, and I never will. And to me, I think about that every day. I am successful because I'm breathing. I'm sitting here in a chair. I was in a hospital bed last December. They thought I had something terrible. Thank God I don't. So being successful is just being here. So I don't mind talking about that. The products I talk about are because I think I can make people's lives better. And that's the mission every day. Am I successful? Yeah, I've touched millions of lives.
But you work really hard. You are one of the no, but you are. We just talked about this earlier. Yeah. You work constantly. You love what you do, right?
Well, what is that's a good question.
What's the alternative? I know you're going to say that.
If somebody lets me come on a radio show, is this work? If I'm doing my television talk show, I walk around, by the way, we're going to talk about my fitness product.
Yeah, I saw this actually when you were just creating it.
7 years ago, I saw you. I met you in a restaurant like the day I launched this.
I remember that. So what do you have in it? Look how nice it looks compared to what you showed me before.
Thank you. But what I was going to say is you talk about working all the time. I carry this with me. I actually make money on an airplane. I engage people in the bathroom, in a sauna naked. I'm always doing this.
You don't carry that in a sauna naked with you.
Of course I do.
You carry that in a sauna naked.
Ask the people at LA Fitness.
Really?
I keep selling them in the sauna, literally naked. When you're doing this naked, your boobs pop. It's amazing. People want to know, what am I doing?
I see what you're saying. You're using it as a tool.
Yeah.
So what do you have in front of you? What is this?
All right. So, I'm in the health and fitness world.
Right.
People may recognize me from the Jack LaLanne juicer. We sold $1 billion worth of juicers in 8 years with the legend of health and fitness, Jack LaLanne.
Yeah, great man.
And I was the chick who sold that.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent the last 20 years on home shopping. I'm here on HSN. I'm in the UK.
Oh, that's
in
why
England.
you're in St. Petersburg and Tampa, right? You're over
Correct.
on that side, and you're over here in LA.
And I even have a television studio that I built over there because I have a national talk show now.
Wow, congratulations.
But thank you so much. But home shopping is a phenomenal way to get to people immediately. I have been involved with lots of fitness products over the years. You know the problem with them?
What?
They're not portable.
They're not.
I can't sit here on a radio show and do Pilates.
No.
I'm not doing CrossFit or TRX, but you know what I'm doing? I'm actually going to start breathing heavy on my show.
So you're
not just
actually
'cause
doing
you're cute.
chest exercises right now. You're doing chest, you're doing deltoid,
Come
you're
here.
doing some traps. Hang on, I'm going to do this.
Give me your thumbs.
Okay, thumbs.
That's all we say to people. And just
Okay.
count to 10,
Okay,
9.
okay.
You should, oh, wow, your pecs are kind of, cool. Now straighten your arms to me.
Straighten your ears.
And you're 10,
Wait, you got to see what.
9, 8,
eight.
7.
Yeah.
So
right now I got my brachialysis. I feel those going. I actually feel my deltoids moving. Wait, camera. I got to show this. I
now
got
here,
it.
no,
It's a
no,
great
wait,
workout.
Okay, wait, hang on a second. So
Oh,
now
yeah.
you're reading your emails. Put this here, and I want you
I
to
can't
punch
read my
with your
emails. Do that.
Punch. Come on. You're mad at somebody. You want to get
Okay,
all the
I
stress
don't get
out.
mad. I don't get mad. I don't get mad.
Your whole crew is laughing back.
They
I don't-
agree with me. Do I get mad?
But he is going to get sweaty. I don't care what you say.
I am going to get sweaty.
He's
This is
shiny,
great.
his whole forehead. So what did you just do? You're sitting at your desk. You're somebody who works all the time, and you're not getting fit.
How much is this?
$30 with a book, DVD.
Wait. Is it $30 or $29.99?
$29.99. Oh, because I'm from the infomercial world. You nailed me. Yes, it is $29.99, but you get a book, a bag, you get 5 workouts,
Right.
and you get a free access to my club, which is $120 value.
How many separate payments? Can I do 3 payments at $10?
Oh my gosh.
No.
it's $10. You know what? I've sold 1.5 million of these so far.
7 years ago, I saw you. I'm going to tell you when you first showed it to me.
Yes.
It's a bit archaic. For $30, everyone wants to know how much it is. $30.
Everybody in the back wants
If they
to
want
buy
to find
one.
out, where do they get this? Where do they go?
SpinGym.com. Because it spins. Let me share something. Now you've stopped it. And now it just becomes, now what do you do with it? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to put your hands 6 inches apart. No, you lied to your girlfriend. That's not 6 inches. This is. Now
It's not about size. It's about what you do with it. Let me just tell you something.
Your radio audience, what are we talking about? And you're going to spin it around.
Okay.
And then you're going to give it a little tug.
Okay. Oh, is that simple?
And go.
Okay, got it. I'm sweating my hands.
Put
Forbes, go sit down. What are you doing? It's radio. You can't get away from the microphone.
All right, so we're having fun. Now, here's the thing. This doesn't work like a resistance band. It's different.
No, I like
And because it spins, it's going to raise your heart rate. You burn fat. You boost your metabolism. And I think I have the greatest fitness product ever for offices.
Can I get this through the metal detector at the airport?
You can get 10 of them through the airport because I sell them on airplanes. And it comes in purple, pink, blue, gold, silver.
So, but you had access to HSM. You realized how to utilize their tools to sell stuff like this.
I've been
right?
selling on there for 25 years. Want to hear the true story? I launched this. Nobody wanted it. This has not been an easy story. I tell people that you're the sum of the obstacles you overcome.
Right.
I stood in U.S. Customs. They almost threw out 44,000 of them because I had a little trademark infringement on a little DVD thing I did. So this has been a very tough, challenging road to get this company started. I mortgaged my house and my kids' education. I own the entire company. I've taken on all the responsibility, and it has been a struggle.
Has it done well now?
1.5 million sold. We're on our way to be 10 million sold by next year.
That's amazing.
Yes.
There really is, actually. Internationally?
All over. I'm on live in the UK.
Besides the United States, who else, what countries love this?
Italy, Germany, Singapore, Australia.
Okay, so everywhere. Just say it.
Why wouldn't you love a product that is easy, affordable? You can do it on vacation, on a cruise ship, in an airplane, in your office.
Sound like an infomercial right now.
And ladies, if you hate the back of your arm, and that was how this started.
Yes, that's right.
I
That's
have
right.
the answer.
With this?
Yeah.
What?
It's all back of your arms and abs.
What?
So let me ask you a
Wait,
question.
stop. Hang on. When we come back,
Oh.
I want to know how you get around. I want to know how you get around problems. I want to know how you overcome negativity, how you get over and energize yourself. Honestly, when we come back, we'll find out more. Forbes Riley's joining us. I'm Ken Rakowski, connecting you to everything entrepreneur right here on Business Rockstars.
This Christmas, Toys for Tots celebrates 68 years of delivering a message of hope to America's less fortunate children. In 1947, one Marine unit delivered 5,000 toys. Today, Marines will provide toys and books for 7 million children in over 780 communities nationwide. Over 15 million children live in poverty in the United States, and nearly all risk waking up Christmas morning without a gift under their tree. Thousands of Marines and volunteers aim to change that. Lieutenant General Pete Osmond, President and CEO of the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation, has more.
Folks, Marine Toys for Tots really need your support this year. Through the gift of a new toy or a cash donation, you can help bring the joy of Christmas and send that message of hope to our nation's less fortunate children.
Simply drop your favorite toy in a Toys for Tots collection bin or make an online donation. Please go to www.toysfortots.org for more information.
You shouldn't have to choose a random lawyer who charges expensive hourly rates when you need legal help. But the legal system is so complicated, what other choice do you have when you need help with your business or want to protect your family? Start with LegalZoom. They make it easy. For more than a decade, they've provided a way for regular people like you and me to confidently navigate the legal system. LegalZoom's not a law firm, and that's how they provide such great value. They don't rely on charging you by the hour. Instead, you'll get transparent pricing and customer reviews so you know exactly what you're getting up front. If you need help with incorporation, LLCs, trademarks, last wills, living trusts, and more, LegalZoom's the smart choice. They've got the right people on hand to answer your questions. And if you need legal advice, their network of independent attorneys can provide the straightforward guidance you need in most states. Don't let legal hurdles become an excuse. Go to LegalZoom.com today to start building your own future the right way. To save even more, enter Rockstar in the referral box at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com.
Buyers don't want to solve your problems. They're too busy solving their own. This is Oren Klaff with Pitch Anything, showing you how to close like the pros. Consider for a moment the following math problem. What's 13 times 21? You probably didn't even try and solve it, and I don't blame you. This is an example of cognitive load. It's hard. It's heavy lifting. It's not automatic. It requires conscious thought to solve this kind of problem, as well as concentrated effort. So your buyers' brains know this, and they're hardwired to be lazy and avoid solving difficult math problems. They'll stop listening to you and stop paying attention to you if you give them complex descriptions of your products and features. So instead of saying, our software can back up 13 gigabytes per 21 milliseconds, try this. We have the fastest backup rate of any Class A server. This is Everything Entrepreneur. I'm Oren Klaff with Pitch Anything.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pleasure.
Hey, if you've got joint discomfort or nagging injuries that make it harder to exercise and enjoy your favorite activities, you can improve your quality of life now. Here's a little joint health tip from FlexSure. While you're out shopping, head over to Walmart, go to the vitamin aisle, and pick up a bottle of FlexSure at special rollback discounted prices while supplies last. We want to encourage thousands to try this powerful joint health supplement. After years of cutting-edge clinical studies, there's finally something different and better than anything else out there. FlexSure is that good. You'll notice the results in just days. The clinical studies show that FlexSure reactivates the body's ability to produce its own glucosamine naturally. This means FlexSure is way more efficient and effective than taking glucosamine or other joint supplements. Take advantage of the lowest prices ever at Walmart. Visit us at flexsure.com to learn more and find a store near you.
This is Business Rockstars.
It's Ken Rakowski, Business Rockstars, connecting you to everything entrepreneur. Forbes Riley is joining us. Forbes, what is your favorite quote?
I have a couple of them. One is, you are the sum of the obstacles you overcome.
Explain that.
Well, when I was a kid, I got hit in the face with a baseball bat. I was overweight, chubby, had big frizzy hair. And then my dad...
Honestly, you're overweight?
Most of my entire life. It's my why. My mom was 260 pounds my whole life. When I was 8 years old, Arby's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and McDonald's all came to my hometown. That was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night dinner. I was an actress and a dancer and wanted to be that, but I was always overweight. I'm on Broadway with Christopher Reeve, and they made me go to Overeaters Anonymous. I was 30 pounds overweight. So when I talk about why I want to get people fit, here's my other favorite phrase that I just trademarked. You know what diet means? DIET. It's decisions I eat today.
Oh,
I
like
have changed
that.
tens
That's
of
good.
thousands of people with the understanding that it's how you eat, why you eat, and I have a new book coming out. It's called an Eat Journal, a journal for what you eat, and the other one is for what's eating you. Because for the other side of mine was all emotional. My dad put his hand in a printing press when I was 14 years old, spent 3 years in the hospital. And so I didn't have a high school. I didn't go to the high school dance. I didn't do a lot of things in high school. My dad had 15 operations. You are the sum of the obstacles you overcome. In LA, my foster son was murdered. His killer spending 52 years to life in jail. You don't go through all of this and still show up every day and smile and kick butt the way I'm doing.
But I think you're smiling for real, too.
Oh, I'm as happy as you can be.
That's a real smile.
But the thing is, people go through all these tragedies and they give up.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you keep going? So my other little phrases are leap and the net will appear. I have been a person who's just jumped off of bridges all the time and somehow flown. And I have secrets to that. I teach it.
Well, no, but wait.
Dad.
Do you really think you've flown? Do you think maybe at times you've hit the bottom, but you're so prepared to know what that bottom feels like that you could bounce back faster?
Yes
it
and
gets
no.
hard, right?
It's always hard when you hit the bottom. It is always hard and it always hurts. But I just think that life is so precious. It's such a gift. I get to help so many people. I've touched lives in ways that I never could have imagined.
You have a big responsibility.
Well, when you go on YouTube and you look at SpinGym and Pedro, who's got no arms and no legs because they were amputated, or Christine, who's got cerebral palsy, or my woman in a hospital who at 71 was doing this and saying thank you and saying, Forbes, you're amazing. You know, one of the things I think it's important in life, and I don't know where you fall on this, but I ask people on stage all the time, what do you want? And people say, I want money, I want fame. The truth is you don't want any of that. You want something else.
Acceptance.
Acceptance, respect. You know what my personal want is?
What?
I wanted to every day to have somebody tell me that I inspired them.
That's what you want?
Yep, that's what I already got it.
That's what drives you.
That's the first thing that drove me. That drove me for years. You know how hard you have to work to have somebody tell you that you're inspired them?
But that means everyone else is your fuel. It's not coming from you then.
Thank you. The next thing I wanted, because my dad was a magician, is I like being told, and you're going to smile and laugh, I want to be told I'm amazing. Well, here's a funny thing. When I do a magic trick, you tell me that.
Are.
Well, see, that's...
But I know, I mean, come on. I know people who know you. I do. I'm just going to tell you, I forwarded you, because I got your email from your PR team, all right?
Right.
And I forwarded right away to our booker. I go, you got to book her. She's got the most amazing energy, and she's amazing. And I said that in the email, right? You walk in here, you're exactly the way I saw you 6-7 years ago, right? It's the same energy. No, thank you. It's what you are, right? It's like saying, hey, you're what are you, 5'4"? 5'7". You're 5'7". You can't say thank you. You are 5'7". That's what you are. You can't change it.
I get it.
Right? You are amazing. That's what you
You're not
are.
going to ask me how much I weigh, are you?
No, but you look great. It doesn't matter, okay?
I weigh less than I did in high school. Thank you, SpinGym.
Yeah, well, thank you, all your stuff. Hey, so this right now is this the passion? What is this? What's it called?
It's called a SpinGym because it's actually spinning and it's not like a resistance band or anything else.
In
fact, everyone in your office just tried it here. All the girls.
I know, they all loved it.
They're all sweaty. They all loved it. Everyone who touches it loves it.
So Brittany says it's activating my core. That's what she said. That was awesome. Okay. And is there a next iteration of this coming out? Is this your focus, or do you have other products that you have sitting on the development table?
SpinGym is the ultimate fitness product that ever will be because of it's portable, affordable, it's wildly effective, and we do ab, core, cardio, and everything. What I'm doing now, though, is putting it into rehab because it's great for shoulders. Yeah. It should be, in fact, I'm talking to Google. It should be the workplace initiative of all time.
It's great.
You sit at your desk. By the way, here's the thing about my whole fit versus fat thing, is if you're sitting at your desk for more than 3 hours, you become a fat storing machine. So you find that you're eating less, and as soon as they come by with the cupcakes or the birthday cake and you start eating that, you start storing this fat.
Oh, no.
You haven't gotten to the gym, or maybe you went 3 times to do CrossFit, not enough. I'm going to tell you a couple times a day at your desk, if I could change your life in 5 minutes, would you fall in love with me?
You don't need to do that. Yes, but you're going to hate me for a second.
Hate me.
Can you show her what I'm about to do? Can you bring it in here?
What is he going to do?
I'm going to show you the other one. By the way, I notice you're not wearing one of these. You're not wearing anything. It's like a fitness tracker.
Oh, baby, here's the thing. Fitness trackers, if FitTrack work, if 10,000 steps work, every policeman and nurse would be super fit, and they're not. Steppers counting doesn't
You're
work.
Right. It doesn't.
No.
Okay. What happens? Today's National Cookie Day. What am I going to do?
Today's National Cookie Day, baby. But you have to come and feed me. I'm not going to accept it unless you put it in my mouth.
No. We're going to split it. We're going to split.
I'm going to make him put it in my mouth.
No.
Fair?
Which one are we going to split?
Oh, my God. The one with the caramel. I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. So SpinGym burns 21 calories in a minute. I want the one that looks like you've poured lava chocolate caramel all over it.
We're going to split it. We're gonna split it. I didn't eat it earlier because I knew you were coming.
I didn't eat it earlier. Okay. Dude, here's the thing. I get to eat all the goodies I want because I SpinGym. Now I'm going to SpinGym while you're feeding me.
I'm going to do it so this way.
Come here. Can I get him to come close? Oh, I love this. Wait. Oh, now I can't talk. This is terrible. I could have showed you how here. Okay, that is insane. But here's the thing.
Is it awesome?
Can you take one bite and let it go?
No, I want to eat the whole thing.
See, in the old days, let me tell you something.
Wait.
By the way, it's delicious. It's so good. The whole show just turned into something completely sexual. How did this go? People can't hear what we're doing. We're going yum.
Awesome?
I love it. Ken, it's so awesome. I can't tell you what melting in my mouth.
It is melting in my mouth. It's so soft. I don't know if that's wrong. Oh, go ahead.
We're talking business success. Now, here's the thing. You know what's great about you right now is we're having fun. Can you have fun in everyday business? And that's what we do.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
Right. SpinGym makes me smile.
Okay. Enough of SpinGym. You're an infomercial.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What else would you like to talk about?
When you're down.
Yeah.
Are you ever, honestly, because I'm down every once in a while. You're down?
I'm down all the time.
How do you pick yourself up?
One, I was lucky enough to have children.
So they're inspirational to you?
Absolutely.
Or do you have to have a certain drive so they don't see you in a certain way so it won't affect them?
No, I've been very honest with my kids. They, in fact, You know, I'll tell you something. We had kind of a rocky year. This last month was kind of weird. And I said something. And by the way, I have
13?
Yeah, no, but I'm telling you, success-wise, I have homes on both, and both. I'm very successful.
Mm-hmm.
But I said something. You know how you'll say, "Oh, we're not doing well." Your kids don't really know. I don't share my finances with them.
Right.
My children both said, "Mommy, if we're not doing well, we don't need birthday presents. We don't want to be spoiled. Just forget about it." And I'm like, "Because we want to help out." How hard and how good did I raise my kids that they would say something like that? So it is about.
I like that. Now, but doing well is, I guess it's an interpretation too.
Well,
it's like I don't like to give my kids gifts. I rather give them experiences.
Absolutely.
So take them somewhere, do something that is a memorable thing, as opposed to a gift that just sits on a wall or a door.
Good for you. In fact, I travel so much, I stopped bringing things home for that reason because I didn't want them to expect when I walked in the door I was giving them a gift.
I totally agree with that. You don't want to condition kids like that, but experiences are more valuable than a gift.
So when I'm down, a couple of things. One, I believe in the universe. I've had some really tragic things. That's why some of the obstacles. And my best friend who helped me create SpinGym died at 51 of an asthma attack on the front step of her son's house.
Wow.
Completely random. Jack LaLanne, when he died.
Not at 51, by the way.
No, he died at 96. And I'll tell you what, last weekend I spent at his wife's house. She's turning 90, and every day she works out, she juices. If you lead a healthy, fulfilled life, you get your endorphins going.
Without doubt.
You're not down that long. Create a network. I believe that you're the sum of the 5 people you're closest to.
I agree.
Thank God 2 of mine have been young enough to believe in Santa Claus. When you're around people who think that imagination...
What do you mean?
My kids...
Some people don't believe in Santa Claus?
Well, I don't know. I think when they're older, they say
do you mean
terrible
by that?
things. I do, personally.
Yeah, Santa Claus. Wow.
But no, but you've got kids who are like, I don't believe in him. You know what? Mine have an imagination that fuels me all the time. Then you said, how do you get down? I look in their eyes. I tuck them into bed.
So it's not work related. It's,
No.
It's
Oh, God, no.
100% personal family related is what drives you.
No, that's not true.
So what happens if people don't have kids? They haven't had that chance yet.
No, you're wrong. I'm sorry. I don't mean to stop you. It is absolutely, I have an ego. And I always tell people, when
You
the
do.
camera's pointed in my direction, that's my favorite days in life.
You shine.
Because I love what I do. I've got people who are bakers, who are nurses, who love, if you love what you do, people who don't like what they do, I think that's an unfulfilled life.
So are you a messenger? Is that what you are?
I love that.
I mean, because you have to provide a message of something. Getting healthy, buying a product, knowing that there's a better outcome to what you're doing. You're a messenger.
I love what you just
I
said.
don't know. I'm just interpreting what you do.
Well, but that is what I do. And I get people to smile and get them to go, wow, I can do it too. None of this was easy. Nobody ever gave me anything. I am the breadwinner in my family. And I did it from nothing. Well, if I can do that,
You can do it.
what does it take other people
What's
to
your
do?
company called?
I have several companies.
What's
so
your favorite company that you own?
I could say Forbes magazine, but we're not related.
No, you're not.
You know, it's Forbes Riley International is what we do.
Forbes Riley International, 60-second CEO. I'll ask you a series of questions. First thing that pops in your head, that's what you're going to say. You ready?
Go.
60-second CEO, go. Besides your own, what's your favorite brand?
Oh, wow. Google.
Your favorite app on your phone?
Yelp.
If you could be anywhere in the world right now for a vacation, where would you go?
Anywhere with my kids.
If you had $1 million in your back pocket and money meant absolutely nothing, what would you spend $1 million on?
I just donate it.
What's your favorite animal?
Dogs, fluffy dogs.
Your worst bad habit?
Oh, eating late at night.
Your favorite junk food?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Dumber, Dumber, or The Matrix?
Oh, Matrix, 1,000%. That is my personal motto. I love Matrix.
Your favorite superpower?
Oh, being able to be invisible. I just want to mess with people.
Yeah?
Yes.
What was the last costume you wore?
Oh, I'm always a witch at Halloween. And I think it's just my true personality coming out every year. Just a sexier and sexier witch as I get older.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you?
48.
And one word that describes you the best, what is it?
Dynamic.
There you go. Hey, you said a fluffy dog. A dog.
I love dogs. They're so
Dogs.
unconditional love.
Give me 3 adjectives that describe a dog.
Oh, love, literally unconditional love, fluffy, cuddly.
Is that you?
No.
You're not any of those?
No, I'm none of those things.
You're none of those.
I'm like the snake. I've got that. No. No, I wish I am cuddly late at night, but no, I am driven. I could be a pit bull.
Well,
I get
certain
hold
type of dog.
I get hold of an idea and I don't let go.
Okay. Who's your favorite entrepreneur? Who's somebody that you admire?
I'm actually studying with Tony Robbins right now, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me why Tony. Do you know Tony?
Very well.
You know Tony? You say, okay.
30 some odd years. This man gets on stage. I watched him last week, and he got on stage at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, didn't stop till 12:30 at night, didn't really take a bathroom break or a dinner break. He lives and walks the walk. So for me, it's about health, wealth, and happiness. So it's the food that you
He's
eat.
the full thing.
And he is.
But he went through a very interesting time because, obviously he had a marital issue, right? And now his his new wife, who's awesome, who's half his size. I mean, she's still a tiny girl.
Everybody's half his size.
But you met him, right? But he had to rebrand and remarket and retool himself.
This is the great thing about life. I've had 5 different iterations. I hosted the X Games many years ago. I was a stand-up comedian. I was an actress. I've recreated my life many times. But you know what he's done? He's still here doing it.
He is, and he's doing really well. People want to find out about all of your products. Where should they go?
ForbesRiley.com. But can you also come join me on Facebook? Because that's probably the most place
Where to go? Tell me.
Facebook fan page, Forbes Riley.
There you go.
Just type that in and you'll find me.
Do you interact there? Do you engage?
It's all me.
Just say yes.
Yes, and yes.
All right, when we come back, here's the question. If you would ask a candidate if they want big data or big donors, which one would they pick? They would probably pick big data, and we'll find out more. Lloyd Marino's joining us. I'm Ken Rakowski, connecting you to everything entrepreneur right here on Business Rockstars.
It's not a team without t-shirts.
Custom t-shirts from Custom Ink are the easy way to connect any group. Our online design lab makes it simple to create a shirt design that your group will love. Or you can easily upload your own logo. Whether you need one shirt or thousands, Custom Ink can print any size order. And we know you can't wait for your new t-shirts. That's why we offer free shipping, and on-time delivery is guaranteed. Get a free price quote today at customink.com.
You'll do anything to keep your phone alive, like fashioning an adapter from a hairpin and some used gum. Or get the Blue Fuel portable power bank at Napa for only $18.99. 2 full battery charges for your phone for one low price. For $18.99, the portable power bank will keep your phone fully charged. No hairpins or chewing gum required. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 12/31/15.
You shouldn't have to choose a random lawyer who charges expensive hourly rates when you need legal help. But the legal system is so complicated, what other choice do you have when you need help with your business or want to protect your family? Start with LegalZoom. They make it easy. For more than a decade, they've provided a way for regular people like you and me to confidently navigate the legal system. LegalZoom's not a law firm, and that's how they provide such great value. They don't rely on charging you by the hour. Instead, you'll get transparent pricing and customer reviews so you know exactly what you're getting up front. If you need help with incorporation, LLCs, trademarks, last wills, living trusts, and more, LegalZoom's the smart choice. They've got the right people on hand to answer your questions. And if you need legal advice, their network of independent attorneys can provide the straightforward guidance you need in most states. Don't let legal hurdles become an excuse. Go to LegalZoom.com today to start building your own future the right way. To save even more, enter Rockstar in the referral box at checkout. That's LegalZoom.com.
So how can you and Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible use social networking for spying? I'm Ken Rakowski. This is a Business Rockstars Minute. Come on, we all want to be some type of spy. Do we have to go off and get the equipment and the tools? Well, it's already out there. Social networks are one of the best ways to kind of cyber spy on what is going on with whomever you're about to meet. Say you're going into a meeting. What's the first thing you should do? Go on LinkedIn. See what they're doing, what they're working on. Understand their resume, their bio. Number 2, you got to go to Twitter. See what their last tweets are or who's responded to their tweets. And number 3, and to me the most important, it's Facebook. Not for what's being posted, but the photos, the images that they have been taking. See who they're hanging out with, who they're socializing with. The photos are probably one of the best insights to know what's going on. And I guarantee, if you're in Mission Impossible, the movie, or in real life, you're using social media as your spy tool. I'm Ken Rakowski. This has been a Business Rockstars Minute.
If you're heading to Vegas or planning a trip soon, do something special. Now with Dream Cars Las Vegas, live like a rock star and cruise the Strip in style. Dream Cars Las Vegas is #1 for exotic and luxury car rentals. Drive an awesome quality exotic like a Rolls-Royce Ghost Bentley convertible, the James Bond Aston Martin Virage, Ferrari California, a McLaren, and more. Exotic luxury has never been so affordable. No one can touch our low rental prices and the best customer service in town. We offer complimentary shuttle, delivery and pickup, and no security deposit charges. Live your dream with Dream Cars Las Vegas. And mention Business Rockstars Radio for a special discount. Call today, 877-759-3732. That's 877-759-3732. Or visit dreamcarslasvegas.com, 877-759-3732.
Gotta have it.
Building a connected community of entrepreneurs. This is Business Rockstars.
Skanderkowski, Business Rockstars, connecting you to everything entrepreneur. Anything that you missed, just go to the website, businessrockstars.com, and you can get anything that we have done. There's a lot there. Lloyd Marino is joining us. And Lloyd, I don't care what you say, we are going to split some of this cookie. I have to now, because I have the microphone on.
And that cookie looks so good.
Come on, take a little piece.
We just had a fitness lady
Come on,
in
no,
here.
I
How
know
are we gonna
that,
have a
but she
cookie?
had a piece too. Come on, take a piece at the end.
I'm going to have a piece.
All right, it's National Cookie Day. Come on.
You're killing me with the
All
cookie.
right, here we go. Wait.
All right.
What do you think?
That was a good cookie.
Isn't that awesome? Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy good, huh? You want more of that now?
No, the cookie's gone. I'm eating the cookie.
Lloyd, what does it say in your business card? What do you do?
Chief Strategy Officer.
Oh, that's so general.
I know. But, how do you say you're all things to all people?
Yeah, but what
Right?
you
In
focus
technology, actually.
But what you focus on is obviously technology strategies.
It is.
Right? You
Yeah.
walk in and look at systems. Right now, how systems are done.
Right. Process, procedure, automation.
All of that.
All of that. How to streamline your business from beginning to end.
And I want to make sure anyone that is over 50 years old that's listening, are things like mainframes and minis and all that, are they still in existence and still utilized today?
Yeah, to some extent.
They are.
Yeah,
We
sure.
call those legacy systems, right?
Yeah, except that some of those methodologies for using those systems are still in play, and they're actually coming back. The idea of being able to do things remotely, getting screenshots as opposed to getting a full graphic interface, right?
But that being all that's changed, and now it's still coming back, it's still, no matter what age you're at, you have to understand technology.
You have to.
It's so important, right?
Yeah, imperative. Yeah.
So if someone says, no, I don't really need to, no matter what age you're in, you have to understand how to get online and use something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Do you know anyone? I know a lot of people that are over 50, my age, and they still refuse to do it. And they think they're going to be part of the now. It's just not going to happen.
That's right. Yeah. My dad, who I
that's where we're going to go with.
I don't talk to him often. But my phone rings.
It's a tech support call.
It's a tech support
I
call.
guarantee it. I got the same one going on, right?
Hey, how are you? What's wrong with your computer, Dad?
Yeah, that's it. That's where you're going to start.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm bringing all this up is I've talked to too many people today that are over 50, and they said they're not getting online because of personal issues. I don't want them to have my data. I don't want them to know me. And I'm wondering if that's almost futile now, because there's so many other ways to be tracked, not just online, but through credit cards and CCTVs and all that cameras. You're always being tracked.
You're always being tracked, and it's the new commerce, right? It's just part of the new economy.
Right.
So it's inevitable. You're going to have to either participate or get left behind,
right,
so to speak.
So when you're on a website, is there certain things, since you look at data, I just want to make sure, do you look at certain attributes of a website, making sure it is safe? Do you look for an encryption key on the bottom if you're putting in credit card information? Do you look for these things, or do you just automatically assume it has all of it?
Yeah, I look for encryption keys and certificates that I trust. So you can actually look at these certificates to see if they're valid.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you know what is trusted and what's not? How do you know these things?
You have to search it. You have
so
to.
Most people don't do that.
You do have to educate yourself. And I tell this to CEOs all the time. I mean, in their businesses, they really need to understand this stuff. If you're going to build this organization and you don't understand technology and you're leaving it up to the people who you hired to do that,
right?
How do you know you're steering your business in the right direction? How do you know you're not being left behind? And how do you know that the people that you trust aren't doing it for themselves, for their resume?
Oh, so I'm still lost how an executive can learn about these things, because that sounds daunting all by itself.
Yeah, they don't have to know it in exact detail, but just to understand it is just going to get them from 0 to 60 that much quicker.
Lloyd Marino's joining us. He calls himself a strategist. He's more than that. He understands where technology is going. He is a technologist and a futurist in some ways too. So Lloyd, we're now going to this whole world where the iPad has really taken a big front in sales and marketing. I'm not sure you saw Apple and IBM have become closer friends now. I'm not sure if you saw all this.
I did not.
So yeah, they signed a massive deal where we're not seeing as many people with laptops anymore. It's It's tablets.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a tablet?
I do.
Do you use the tablet more than the laptop?
I actually
No.
don't.
There's no way. I use my
No,
computer so much more than the tablet.
I want to say I use my phone, my iPhone more than my
More than your laptop?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. To construct an email, you use your iPhone.
Yeah.
You sent an insane document to me. It's awesome. You did that on your iPhone?
That one, no.
Of course not,
No.
because you can't do detailed stuff like that.
No, but think about what's the first thing you look at when you wake up?
My email.
Through.
Oh, no, I look at Instagram, actually.
But on your iPhone.
Yeah.
Right. What's the last thing you do when you go to sleep?
I play some game on my tablet.
All right. Okay. So the computer, your laptop, is probably just
It's
a
a
more productive way for you to get things done quicker.
So in our home, is there a way to make sure everything's secure? Tablet, computer, and phone. Is there something you use?
And I just make sure that my wireless, the things that I have control over, I lock down.
Everything's locked down.
Everything's
See,
locked
they're all
down.
simple things. I didn't want to be overcomplicated today because we get really deep into data with you and all that. And I know you know everything, like you said earlier.
And I try to keep things on a layman term. I really do.
Yeah, but like when friends walk into your home, do they feel like they're in Fort Knox and everything's locked down?
Well, they ask for the wireless, and I give them a guest wireless.
Oh, you have two different wireless?
I segregate my network. Absolutely.
Really?
Sure.
Why? Do you think someone's going to walk in your house and just steal all your data?
They don't have to walk in. They can be outside. They can be sitting in a car.
I love all that.
I have a wonderful wireless antenna, and I can sit there for about an hour and try to crack your wireless network.
You can't crack mine.
Well, I would argue that.
I have Sammy Comcar who comes over and secures me.
I can crack this network right here.
Oh, this one's easy.
Sure.
You know what the password is? Ken. That's what it is. So, hey, so Lloyd, as we move forward or throughout the next couple times you're on the show, what do you think is one of the most crucial things we need to be talking about when it comes to big data in the future?
How you can have purpose in your business for big data, because it's so important to have a purpose before you embark on any of this stuff.
Okay, so purpose in big data is our big next conversation, okay?
Sounds good.
And also what I want to know is tools to understand what you have when it comes to the data that you existently have.
Sure.
Okay? So, because a lot of us do data collecting, we do it all the time, but how do you actually use the data you have or see the data you have, okay? I want you to give us some easy stuff. And last, have you seen Crystal Knows?
No.
Really? Crystal knows you. CrystalKnows.com. Find out more. Lloyd Marino, thanks a lot. Also, Forbes Riley, starting, growing, and funding your business. We're here to help you do that. I want to thank our team, Nick and Ben and Will, for pressing the buttons and turning the lights on over here, and Bridget and Brittany for bringing in great guests. Ken Rakowski, Ken at BusinessRockstars.com. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us. Everything you need to know from starting to growing to funding your business, we do it right here on Business Rockstars.
This program is designed to provide accurate and authoritative information with regard to the subject matter covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the host nor the station is engaged in rendering legal, accounting, business, or other professional advice. Since the details of your situation are unique, you should additionally seek the advice and services of a competent professional.